Well, hello and welcome to my garden on a chilly afternoon in early spring. Now here on the Grown by Over the Vest channel, we're telling you about lots of interesting plants and also things that you might like to know about so that you can do in your garden. So can I suggest that you click and subscribe to this channel, and then as we publish new videos, which we're doing all the time, you'll be first in line to find out about all the fabulous plants that you can grow in your garden, but also what you can do with them so that you can get the best from them. Now, I probably don't need to tell you that all of these evergreens and conifers provide a valuable amount of interest right through the whole of the year. There's no doubt about it that in winter time and now in early spring, when you have different colors, textures and forms, they certainly help to keep the place nice and bright and colorful. And besides that, they also provide valuable places for birds to shelter in and build their nests too. And some of them, like for instance this little slow growing golden Hinoki Cypress here, are really great plants. Beautiful shape and color and form, just perfect for putting in the middle of a rock garden or bed or somewhere where you're going to be able to enjoy it the entire year through. Now this is one I planted probably about 18 or 19 years ago. Put it in as a tiny little plant and then watched for years as frustratingly it grew slowly. But now that it's reached kind of the size that we like, with the shape and texture to boot, I'd like to try and keep it at about this size. And if you come with me now, I'll show you a technique that I use to retain the shape and color without making it look like something that's come out of a topiary garden. Now, very often I'll see people take a pair of hedging shears and just go in with the easy way to give it a clip over. Or worse still, they'll take a power trimmer to them, and that will really give it a topiary look. Well, you know, there's another way that you can do this. Takes a little bit longer, but I want to show you how you can have your plants short and compact and bushy and natural looking. And for this, all you need is a good sharp pair of pruners and a receptacle to put your prunings into. And then with your pruners, it's a matter of really just working your way around the plant, clipping back the growth, but in a way that makes it look like you're doing it so that it's natural. Now, the first thing to do, I see here a little bit of some brown growth that's on here, some of the older leaves. Usually when you touch those, they will fall off, but you might come across some older stuff in the inside of the plant that's brown, and obviously take that out first. Now, let me say at the outset that it's important when you're working on evergreen conifers like this that you clip only the young, juicy, juvenile growth here around the perimeter of the plant, and not the harder growth that's right inside the center of the plant, because it will not sprout from these shoots inside there. So obviously keep your work going on to the outside here, the perimeter of the plant. And then it's a matter of clipping back these shoots in a natural kind of way. So what I do is usually come in here and then remove from underneath. I go in and I take back these tips like so, all the time reducing the overall size of the plant, but making it so that it looks much more natural and not so clipped as it would be if you went through with a pair of hedging shears or pruners. So remember, only keep to the juvenile growth and then you'll be fine. Do not go in and cut hard into the middle of the plant. And if you work your way around the plant, just shortening back some of these growths, but overall keeping the general pyramidal shape of the plant, you'll find that then you'll have a much more natural growth and be able to retain the overall size of the plant. As you see with these, I'm taking off probably about 3 or 4 inches from each of these growths here. Takes a little bit longer, but if you do it quietly and gently, working your way around the plant, in no time at all, you'll have your job done, and you'll have a plant that will certainly look much more in keeping and in proportion to the size of the plant that will be in your bed or your garden. And then as you work your way around your plant, don't worry too much about some of these brown pieces that are in towards the interior of your plant. That's natural. It's a natural process for these types of evergreens to change over their foliage. The important thing is just to keep out to the perimeter of the plant and just go through and prune off all of this young juvenile growth here on the outside of the plant. Now, as I'm working my way around the plant here, there's a couple of things I want to mention. First of all, as you know, we're doing this in early spring. This is a good time to do it because in a few weeks' time, all of these new growths are going to start to grow out, and therefore you're not going to have to live with this pruned look for too much longer. And the second thing is that, as I mentioned, you want to try to keep, if you can, a natural look. And with evergreens like this, it tends to be a pyramidal shape. Plants don't grow in a vertical wall like we would like them to be sometimes. So it's important that when you're working out how to do this, that you have it wider at the bottom and then gradually getting narrower to the top. That way light is going to fall in all over the plant, and you're not going to have a plant that's struggling for light down here at the bottom, and then you'll wind up with like a gappy base to the plant. And that way you're going to get light falling in all the way from the top all the way down through the center to the base of the plant, and it's going to be nicely furnished here at the bottom of the plant. Because if it's not getting light at the lower parts, what happens is that it's going to have weak growth here. That growth is gradually going to die back, and then the plant becomes really quite ugly because it's leggy looking. So that's why it's important that you have it so that it's pyramidal shaped, and that way you're able to keep all of this growth nicely furnished right to the base of the plant. So there you are. As you see, I have now removed really a healthy amount of clippings off the outside of the plant. Yes, it's going to look like it's been cut back a little bit, and also you're going to get a change in the color because obviously the growth that was towards the inside of the plant out of the light is green rather than the tips that are golden. But in another couple of weeks the growth is going to start out. This plant is going to be beautifully shaped and at least probably 4 or 5 inches shorter and more compact than it was previously. So if you're like me and you'd like to keep your dwarf and slow growing conifers nice and natural and yet retain them in the proportions that you would like, that's how you do it. This is David Wilson. Enjoy your gardening. It's good for us and it's very good for our environment too.